Hey everyone, welcome back to our Design Talk. I'm Alice, and today we're tackling one of the biggest challenges in urban living, organizing small spaces. How do we actually make the most out of every single inch? Mark, are you as excited as I am?
Absolutely, Alice. Small apartments often get a bad reputation, but with the right zoning techniques and smart design choices, they can be surprisingly functional and even luxurious. According to Architectural Digest, compact living is now considered one of the top design trends worldwide, especially in cities like Tokyo, Paris, and New York.
That's really interesting. So, for our listeners who might be new to this, what does zoning a small space actually mean?
Zoning is about dividing your limited space into distinct areas for different activities. For example, in a studio apartment, you can visually separate your sleeping zone from your living or working zone. It doesn't always require walls. Furniture placement, rugs, or even lighting can do the trick. The American Institute of Architects notes that spatial zoning improves both comfort and productivity.
I love that. I personally use rugs to define areas, and it's amazing how much it changes the perception of space. What are some other practical tricks?
Vertical storage is huge. Using walls with shelves, hooks, or pegboards adds storage without eating into floor space. The New York Times Home section recently highlighted pegboards as a democratic design solution, affordable, customizable, and stylish.
Yes! Pegboards are fantastic! I've seen people hang kitchen utensils, art supplies, even plants on them. Do you have a favorite zoning example?
Definitely. I saw a small apartment in Brooklyn where a large open bookshelf served as a divider between the living area and the bed. It was functional, created storage, and visually gave the sense of two separate rooms. Designers like Nate Berkus often point out that open shelving dividers can add character without making the space feel boxed in.
That's brilliant! Now what about kitchens? They're often the trickiest part of small living.
Tiny kitchens need innovation. Using magnetic strips for knives, spice racks, or even pots can free up valuable counter space. According to Elle Decor, magnetic storage is one of the simplest hacks with the biggest payoff. Also, consider slim rolling carts that fit into narrow gaps. They're lifesavers.
I like that. And those awkward corners, they always seem wasted.
Corners can be optimized with floating corner shelves or even a small workstation. Dezeen featured a case study where a designer transformed a corner into a compact office with a fold-down desk. It's about seeing potential where most people see dead space.
I love that mindset. Speaking of multifunctional use, let's talk about furniture.
It's essential. A sofa bed, a fold-out dining table, or an ottoman with hidden storage can literally transform how a space functions. Experts often say, every piece of furniture should earn its place in a small home. That's advice echoed in the New York Times. If it doesn't have at least two functions, it might not deserve the footprint.
That's a tough but practical rule. Now, I know lighting is another area that can change everything.
Absolutely. Good lighting doesn't just brighten a room, it reshapes it. Interior designers often recommend layered lighting, combine ceiling lights with floor lamps, table lamps, and even LED strips. Architectural Digest points out that soft, diffused lighting makes spaces feel larger and more inviting.
That makes sense. A single harsh ceiling light can make a room feel smaller. Layered lighting adds depth.
Exactly. And one final tip, don't underestimate the power of experimenting with layouts. Sometimes just rotating a sofa or moving a bed can create flow and unlock space you didn't know you had.
So true. Sometimes people rush to buy new storage solutions when all they need is to rethink their layout.
Yes, and it's worth noting that organizing small spaces isn't just about storage. It's about lifestyle. As Marie Kondo often says, it's about creating a home that supports your daily routines and sparks joy.
I love ending on that thought. Thanks, Mark. This was packed with insights and expert advice.
Always a pleasure, Alice. Small spaces don't mean small living. They can actually inspire some of the most creative design solutions.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe for more design tips and expert-backed advice. Until next time.